Well, hello. So 4:05, I'm very excited to finally be on here. I've been working hard all day today to try to get to finish things so I can make my announcement as I planned. So I'm glad that some of you guys were able to join me today, and I've also been following my posts for the past couple of days about some changes that were going on in my business. Hey Steve, how you doing? So I'm finally really excited that I'm actually able to do this. If anyone that's out there knows me, y'all know I'm not very good with technology. Hey Lindsay, how you doing? So for me to be able to actually build a site, Sergio, how you doing in Spain? I hope you're out at a beach or something like that watching me. Matt, I know you're out at the beach watching me. Sorry for my Instagram post before making fun of the people that went to the beach instead of doing work. I saw you had your book. I saw that you were doing work while out there, but still, I know you wanted me to get this done so I could stop driving you nuts with all the changes in my business and not telling you what they are, Matt. Hey, Chrissy, how you doing? So, Matt, I know you're at the beach. I know some of you other guys that are tuning in currently are actually all at the beach, too. So let me just kind of jump through things so I don't... Hey, Greg, how you doing? And Jamie's on too. Wow. Okay. So I'm definitely noticing that by posting that I was making some changes, some of you guys paid attention. So one of the first things I want to do that's going to make it easier for you guys to know when I'm going to be doing live videos, which you'll be seeing a lot more from me, is actually there's a little subscribe button down there. That'll kind of just give you a notification when I set up times. Hey Lonnie, how you doing? For when I'll be going live. So I'm going to be doing this much more regularly to kind of get out some information for everybody. So it's just a good way. So make sure to kind of subscribe down there. All right. So, like I said, I've been working. Hey Chris, how you doing? I hope you're still doing well with the baby. Kareem, I'm so happy you posted about doing what you love and how that makes you never want to work in a day, because that's absolutely what we're going to be talking about today. Hey Jen, how you doing? I miss you. I want to be poolside with you again. Maybe we can do that in Atlanta? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to find a pool. Otherwise, we'll definitely have to get a drink together. So, like I said, I have been working on a new page. I have been working on new stuff, but I can't tell you guys what that is just yet. But I will in a second. So, really what I want to share with you guys first is the new mission that I'm going to be on. And what I am working towards is really making sure that we can move business back towards the hands of the people. Putting business back in the consumers, making sure that your buying decisions are something that we have the availability to do. I think that's incredibly powerful after being in business for so many years now, and I think that's something that I really want to move towards. So, go check out my new website, which is BeckyNova, NOVA.com, or you can also follow me on Instagram, which is now Becky Nova, NOVA, 24. Much easier than Faff and Back, I must say. Hey Brock, how you doing? And Lauren, I saw you popped on. Emily, how's it going? I know you're all the way on the West Coast, so thanks for tuning in. I know you're an entrepreneur out there too. But like I said, so that's the new site, BeckyNova.com. Go check that out. I'll also be doing a new Facebook page here on Facebook, where I can be sharing a lot more information about the lives and things that I'm doing then. So I will put that in a pinned post when I get off this, okay? And feel free as we talk to just put your questions down. I'm going to go through this and make sure to respond to any comments and questions at the end. Or if you have to hop off, don't worry, I'll come back and kind of check in. But one of the reasons that I really find this mission important for some of you that might not know me as well is, hey Koali, how you doing? I worked for many years in corporate America. I worked in cancer research for many years. I worked in developmental chemotherapies, and I really got into that because I felt like that was the way that we were supposed to be helping other people. I thought the medical field just made sense. I'd worked in sleep research for many years, and then cancer research was just kind of the natural progression for me after graduate school. I'm sure you guys out there feel that same way. You probably grew up saying, hey, listen, what you got to do is you got to finish your high school diploma, you got to go to college, get a good degree, and then actually use it. That is what's going to help you get a good job. And then great, you get to sit there for the next 40 years of your life in this little tiny cubicle until you get to retire. And then what? That's when you get to start life? That never, ever made sense to me. And then in pharmaceuticals, that made it even more difficult for me because I really got to a point Hey Lake, how you doing? Hi Nicole, thanks for joining. I'm in the middle of my story, so you guys will have to go back and watch earlier. But anyway, so that was something working in pharmaceuticals was really hard for me because I felt like I was more supporting the business of a pharmaceutical company than I actually was supporting the patients that I was seeing and that I was supposed to be helping. And that got really frustrating for me. So I decided to make a big switch, as many of you guys know. And a couple years ago, actually, thanks to one of my friends on Facebook, I actually put a post up one day after I'd quit my job at the hospital saying, hey, I want to go live in Europe. Where should I live? And I was very fortunate for one of my friends to have written that I should move to Sevilla. I had to Google where that actually was to figure out, but apparently it's in Spain. So I packed up everything. I sold everything I owned or sent it home to my parents' house. And I moved over to Spain, really having no idea of what I was doing. But I was very fortunate to fall into entrepreneurism there. I started a tour company in Sevilla. I expanded into Portugal. I then bought a bar in Portugal. I was taking people back and forth between the two different countries. It really was an amazing experience. But I felt like between the two of them, I really got to see the pluses and minuses of both industries. In corporate America, I always felt like I was working for somebody else. I was working on their mission statement, and regardless of how hard I worked or how not so much I worked, I still kind of got paid the same thing. There was no incentive to move forward. And in a lot of fields, I know at least the one that I had been working in, I had to wait for somebody to like retire or die before I could have actually moved up in the company. I just don't really have that kind of time. Entrepreneurism, on the other hand, I did love it. I fell in love with the fact that the harder I worked, the better a benefit I got. But what bothered me there was that it took a lot of money up front. It was very difficult to kind of have the capital to be able to do something like that, and it was always a struggle just financially. Also, it's really lonely. Hey Terry, how you doing? You're probably out running or on the beach somewhere too. You're always so active. But for me, it was really difficult. I was always very lonely being an entrepreneur. There was kind of no one else around that I can ask questions to. Making decisions, trying to figure out which direction I should go with my business was really hard. It was also really difficult because I didn't actually speak Spanish when I moved to Spain. So maybe that made a bit of a difference, but I don't know. We'll never find that one out. Oh, I waited so long to do this call, now my phone's going to die. But hey, Courtney, how you doing? Happy belated birthday. I see you're still traveling, but hopefully when you get back to New York, we can connect. But, you know, so like I said, like I really kind of saw these two sides of between corporate America and entrepreneurism, and I felt like there had to be a better way. And I feel like there is. And that's what I'm working on now. I want to build a movement where we can finally put buying decisions, buying power, consumerism back in the hands of the people. That's something that I find incredibly important. And that definitely fits with the mission, what I was talking about earlier when I worked in cancer research. I think it makes a difference when we could do that with products that are towards health and nutrition. The reason for that is because we should be enjoying the quality of our life now, today, when we have the chance, the opportunity to actually make a difference out there. So, just by a little show of hands here, if you guys can put a little 1 in the box below, if you guys actually worked out today. I know I have so many friends that are so active. Like I said, Terry, I know you probably already were running today, but I know this, and Nicole, you probably already worked out today. So if so, leave me one and let me know that you guys actually were moving around and doing other things today. So that's pretty much the little mission that I got for you guys now. Like I said, I'll go back, I'll read some of the comments that were left for me, any questions, but I definitely wanted to just kind of get out a little bit more of my mission. I will be posting sometimes, and I'm going to start doing more Facebook's lives. But if you know of anybody now that that you know hates going to that cubicle every day, or if they hate having that, yep, sorry Matt, you don't get to put a number 1. You could put a number 2, and we both know what that means. So go for that. Throw a number 2 in the box for me. There you go, Lake. I should have counted on you. Lake, actually, for anyone that does not know, is my softball coach from back in high school, who I used to drive nuts. So, Lake, I'm so happy not only that I get to be friends with you on Facebook and drive you nuts still, but the fact that you actually get to be on here. So, like I was saying, if you know of somebody else that you know is just so unhappy with their job, or just the whole concept of really going to that office and just being stuck there 9 to 5 for the next, 40 odd years or whatnot, please feel free to share this. Like I said, I'm going to be building a community just to kind of show people some other options, and I really want to make sure that we see these other options not just as the alternative, but actually as the normal. So, as I said before, keep an eye out for some extra posts. and Facebook Lives that I'm going to be doing on a regular basis now. And then also go follow me on Instagram at my handle, which is BeckyNova24. And then also go check out my new website. I would love some feedback as I just built it and it tortured me. But please go check that out at BeckyNova.com. That's BeckyNova.com. All right, thank you guys for tuning in and listening. I appreciate it. Go enjoy, especially if you're in the New York area. Man, this morning was miserable with all that horrible rain. Hey, Hari, how you doing? You just caught the tail end of my news. But go out, enjoy today. It's absolutely gorgeous. One of the best availabilities that we have is that we have our health. So go enjoy, have the best Saturday, and I will see you guys back here shortly. Thanks very much for listening. Bye, everyone. I can't turn you off. I can't quit you.